Hello, hello, beautiful people, beautiful souls. Welcome back. As promised, today I'm going to speak with you about the three types of relationships we all experience in our lives. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Andreea Lupulescu, and I am a relationship coach. If during the time of the video you will consider that I could help you, I will leave the link in a comment below, so feel free to book a free strategy call with me and see if I can help you break through or give you some advice on your relationships. So to cut to the chase, there are three main types of relationships that are in our lives. I will give credit to Lisa Nichols for these three categories. I didn't make them up. So the three of them are lifetime relationships, life-giving relationships, and purposeful relationships. The first one, the lifetime relationships, are the most rare, and they are in our life forever, regardless if we like it or not, if it's a nice smooth ride or is it with ups and downs. They are there forever. It can be with family, with parents, it can be with friends, or it can be business relationships, but they are there. The life-giving relationships are the relationships that don't last very long, usually 1 to 2 years, rarely more, and they're there to give us an insight of who we are and where we are in our life and how we need to show up in life. Yeah, these are the relationships that prove to us that we can still do it. We are still enough, beautiful enough, sexy enough, smart enough, whatever enough we need at that stage in life. And the third category, the purposeful relationships, are the most common and the most rocky ones, because they are in our life to serve a purpose. They are in our lives to teach us a lesson. We need to learn something from that relationship. And the most common problem that I see is when we try to take a purposeful relationship and make it a lifetime relationship, which doesn't really work. Because once we take what we need to take from that relationship, it needs to end. Nobody likes breakdowns, nobody likes breakups, nobody likes divorces, and I'm talking from my own experience. It's hard, it's really, really hard, and it's painful, and you feel like you lose a part of yourself in there. But it's the only way for us to grow, for us to show up in life like we want to show up, like the universe wants us to show up. Another problem with purposeful relationships is that life wants us to learn something. And when life wants us to teach us a lesson, unless we actually take responsibility and we learn that lesson, it will bring us a full circle around, and we will end up in the same situation. God knows, I've been there. And we are not aware the choices that we make. And this is how toxic cycles are born in our life and are born in our relationships, because we keep attracting the same kind of partners, the same kind of friends, the same kind of jobs, we allow them to become part of our lives. So we need to, or you need to be aware of how your relationships are going into these three categories. Because once you do that, once you realize, well, hold on, this, I had to go through this to appreciate this. Unless we go through them, through the relationships, through the situations, through that stage of our life, we won't be able to learn that lesson and really appreciate what is coming. Because if we don't listen, if we don't learn the lesson, we will end up exactly in the same situation. And this is on all levels, not only relationships. It is in money, it is in career, it is in every single aspect of our lives. Now, when it comes to breaking the cycle, attracting the same kind of relationship, we need to really go down deep in ourselves, in our souls, and realize, why are we making the same mistakes? Why aren't we allowing ourselves to grow? Why are we keeping ourselves small by staying in the relationship? Why do we really want to take a purposeful relationship and transfer it to a lifetime relationship? Because that is the way that disagreements start in the relationship. That is the way that a lot of ups and downs are starting. A purposeful relationship means that it needs to end at one point. Sooner or later, it needs to end. But it's the only way to move forward. A comforting thought regarding these relationships is that they are designed to be part of our lives at certain stages. Yeah, for some stages it can be a couple of months, for some stages it can be decades. But once that relationship fulfilled the purpose, and I see it a lot in couples that have grown-up children. Once the children are grown up and they move on and they start their own families, it's really hard for the couple to reconnect, because that relationship was there for the purpose of raising the children and taking care of them and looking after them. Once that's done, each one of them is free to move on and grow to the next stage. Hopefully that was a good insight in the kind of relationships we are having in our lives. Just a quick recap: we have lifetime relationships, we have life giving relationships, and purposeful relationships. As I said, if you think I can help you in any way, feel free to book a free strategy call with me. I am sure I'll be able to help you with a breakthrough, or at least some advice. So until tomorrow, you all have a nice evening and take care.